So a while ago, I bought a 30-foot Deckover trailer, and it had a gross vehicle weight rating of like 16,000 pounds. And it had studs on the passenger side that were worn off because the wheels were left loose at the tire shop. So we replaced the hubs on that side, the bearings, the races, the seals, and those wheels. We changed the tires over. I didn't do the other side. I took it over and parked it because I really hadn't decided what I was going to do with the trailer. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and bring it on over and finish up the repairs and get a better look at the underside of it, so we know exactly what we're up against. So I can make a plan where we're going to go. So let's get the Dodge. We're going to head over and grab that trailer now. Marker light's working. Four-way is working. This trailer really just needs a paint job. Even the deck's in good shape. All these lights are working. That one's working over there. I need one light there. Yeah, we'll get this thing buttoned up real quick.
I don't know what all you're doing to it, but is it too close over there?
I'm fine over there.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
The work's going to happen here.
Okay. You already did that side, right? Or something to that. Okay.
So we're up underneath this trailer, and on this side, originally I had noticed that either the hole was slotted, like worn out, or the bolt was worn out, and we got to fix it. Because it was letting the trailer sit with the wheels kind of cocked up and was making them wear really weird. And I couldn't get the nut to come loose, so I just sliced the outside edge off, and I can push that bolt out. Okay, I got the bolt out. So not only is the hanger worn, but look at the bolt. I mean, that was ready to, put another load on it and she's gonna snap off. So here's where we're at with this thing. Oh. There's no such thing as a quick repair around here. So the sun's not working in our favor, but this one, you can see this big old gap here, so it needs this hanger too. And I can only imagine what this equalizer and hole looks like here. So boy, whatever. This is supposed to be, hey, this is supposed to be a quick job here.
Yeah, aren't they
a quick
all?
Little project.
Aren't they all?
Well, why do you insist on looking at everything like this?
I don't know.
So what do we do? What do we want to do? I don't want to try and weld all this stuff upside down because I'm not a welder.
Well, you either sell it as is and tell somebody what it needs, or find a way to fix it.
Well, I think we should order the parts, flip it upside down, cut all this crap out, and weld it back in. That's what I think, and then I know it's okay. That's what I think, lady.
All right, Dan.
So I just stuck a different bolt in here for now so we can move the trailer around, and we're going to order up a new hanger kit. And I got to tell you, I think the bushings are out of the leaf springs as well. So, and as far as this is concerned, same thing. I believe all the bushings are going to be out of these leaf springs. Oh yeah, this equalizer has been repaired. It had worn out here, and they welded a piece of flat steel in there instead of replacing it. Probably took longer to do that than it did to get the right one and just replace it. So we're going to take these wheels off and the hubs and change them out so they're all the same. I'm going to order all these parts, and then if somebody wants it as it is, great, they can fix it. If they don't, then she said we're going to flip it upside down and replace it all.
She did.
That's what she said. It's a commercial grade tire. This one's wearing pretty even, but it equalizer wasn't destroyed like the other one.
Stubborn.
Yeah, I could jack it up some more.
Yeah.
This one looks newer. Yeah, anyways. This is part of the problem with these tires. You get these heavy ply tires that guys put on here. However, with this valve stem, it's not actually doing any good because this wheel and that valve stem aren't rated for what this is. So that will probably fail before the tire does.
Could you use
A hammer?
You want a hammer, you say?
Go.
I took it
There
inside.
it goes. There we go. Yummy.
Oh, at least it's got grease in there.
Yeah, we gotta find the cotter pin. There it is. Okay, it's part of it. Let's see. Wow. Not exactly, Hey, look, I put a rock in there. Where did I have a rock earlier?
Between his belt and his pants from laying on the ground. He didn't even feel it.
I didn't even notice.
I certainly would have.
Come on.
Slippery little sucker. Yeesh.
Look at that. New brake shoes, too. Just like the other side had.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Something's not worn out.
Yeah. So far, not so bad. Let's get that one off. Every tool has a hammer side, right?
Sure seems that way.
It's nice when you see a drum that seems weighted. It's heavier on one side than another. That's great. We're only replacing these so that we have the same new on both sides. Come on. Come on, Cletus. There we go. Oh yeah. Good brakes too. All right. Oh, those are some stiff sidewalls.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Those are going to
I'm
be.
getting the real soap now.
They're going to be tough.
Jeez.
Oh
boy.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just hope. Let's see. Drop center comes out the other way, I guess. Yeah, it comes out this way first. sidewall is stiff.
Mm-hmm.
Not looking forward to that. Are you?
No, I'm not. Because I'll probably have to stand on it.
Well,
Do you want me to put this down and help?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm in the drop center right there. I think I am. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well. Maybe? Maybe? There we go. Tough sidewalls. Maybe? There we go. There we go. Well, there was the easy part.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh yeah. That's what I was afraid of. Oh boy.
Gradle makes everything easier.
Huh?
The Gradle makes everything easier.
That is a heavy sidewall. Well, those got to be the two hardest tires we've ever done, right?
By far. Yes.
Man, that was terrible. Like, I was this close to taking them to somebody and having them done. They were that difficult. I don't know what the sidewall is. I can't read it right now because my glasses wouldn't stay on my head, so they took a trip and broke. But that sucked, that's for sure. So one of the reasons that these were so difficult is because this is a commercial grade tire. It has a much heavier sidewall than your traditional trailer tire for a 7,000 pound axle. Also, it requires 110 PSI to get it to the load capacity that it's rated for. So it's one of the reasons. Now we're going to air these up, go so far, and then I take this out and put the needle valve back in once the bead has been seated. So when I pack bearings, I don't have a bearing packer, nor would I probably use it. I prefer to just put the grease in my palm and then force it into the bearing through the rollers, because then I feel like I know I've got good grease in there, good amount, and it's when I see it oozing up through this part right in here, then obviously we've got it, that cavity filled. Might take a little longer, but I've never been worried about how long something takes. I'm more concerned about the results. Yeah, you can see it's starting to push through here now. Now I'll take this and start moving to another part. Once it looks like that, I can see the grease coming up all the way through here. Then we're good. Just check the other side, same thing. It's packed through real good. And we'll just repeat that for the other three. Now who would have thought? We're actually going to use brake parts cleaner for cleaning brake parts. We got to get the rust inhibitor off of where the brake shoes ride, which is this part, and where the magnet is going to ride. You can see how coarse of a machine this is. It's going to bite pretty hard on that magnet. I don't know if I've ever had one this coarse of a machining. I have to get something else or blow this off once it dries. Get all the lint out of there. But I want to get it off the bearing races as well. And where the sealing surface is, where the seal drives in, make sure it's clean. Hands down, the absolute best blowgun I've ever had. Peter got this and sent it to me. I don't know if you can see that. The air doesn't actually come out of the center. It comes around the edges and it forces it to a point. It comes from wide down to a point. It's a great, fantastic, probably the best one I've ever owned, I think. Put a link down there in the description. Pretty cool. Before I put my bearing down in there, I'm going to grease this up liberally. Not gonna hurt anything to have a little extra grease in there. Okay. For this step, put the bearing in. You don't want to forget the bearing and put the seal in. Not like I've done that a time or two. Get the seal. Just take the extra grease and just put it on that seal. Some people use oil, whatever. I just use exactly what it's trying to seal in. Makes good sense to me. Shouldn't hurt it. Once I feel like I've started all the way around, I don't want to go past that ledge, so I'll use something like this. This is just a piece of aluminum that I cut into a circle, and it will allow I need to drive even pressure and stop at the lip of the flange. So now we're even all the way around there. Off any excess grease and make sure that lip is lubed. That's one hub assembly ready. Now we just do the same thing on the other one. I like to put a little grease around the sealing surface and where the bearings slide before I put it on. I got grease inside here as well. Thrust washer. We're reusing the castle nut. So, guess I need a towel. Go tight and turn this, and we're certain we're getting everything seated back where it belongs. Back it off. Do it again. And we'll back it off 1/4 of a turn. So, common misconception on wheel bearings is to take out all of the play. The reason I don't do that is because as the roller bearings heat up and the race heats up, they expand. And if they don't have room to expand, then it gets too tight and the bearing gets hotter and then it will fail sooner. There is a spec on this as to what it's supposed to be. As far as in play, but I've done it like this for a very long time. It seems to work okay. Turn that cotter pin so it sits down in there. Put down the gat. Every tool has a hammer side. Looks like I need my wooden hammer. I don't want to dent this all up, so I'll go get the wooden hammer. Wood-handled hammer, that is. Well, I tried to not beat it up, but it's kind of beat up. now we got a tire on. I'm gonna adjust the brakes up, snug them up a little bit. That's all done, and now we need to move on to a few lights that aren't working. I think up here I need a pigtail. That one's corroded away, so I'll have to get a pigtail on this. And I think there's another one on the other side over here. And that one's working. Corner's working. Working. We need a red for here and a pigtail. And that works. And that works. So we need one amber, one red, and two pigtails. The wire's not clean enough. It was tarnished and I cleaned it with a razor blade and it just isn't clean enough. It won't take the solder. I'm just getting solder just on the new wire, not the old. So we gotta clean that up better. Back to the corner. Turn the parking lights on. Okay, is all the lights working? Alright, so that's the last thing that's on my list that we wanted to take care of on this trailer. At least for this go round, all the lights are working now. We got our drums and hubs and bearings and races and seals all done. New wheels are on it. Tires are transferred over. I have gone ahead and ordered the suspension parts for this thing. I won't have them for a little while, but fortunately I don't have the room to just keep it here, so I'm going to do two things. I'm going to put the trailer up for sale as it is. This is still a good trailer. Might need a little bit of work in the suspension, but still a good straight trailer. It's not twisted, it's not bowed, you know, the sides are nice and straight. Still a good trailer, great for side-by-sides and stuff, but I'm going to offer it as it is because that suspension work, you know, somebody else can do it. The parts aren't expensive. It's under $400 shipped to my door, so that's the entire suspension kit. That's all the hangers, the equalizers, the bolts, new U-bolts, new nuts for the U-bolts, new bottom plates for the U-bolts, and all new leaf springs for under 400 bucks shipped. So well worth it, I think. But I'm going to offer it for sale as it is and see if we can just unload it. And I could, because I know what's going to happen. If I put the suspension underneath this, I'm going to flip this trailer over. While I got the trailer flipped over, the deck's going to come off. Once the deck's off, I'm going to be like, well, we might as well sandblast it and paint it. If we're going to sandblast and paint it, we probably ought to just cut it there and make it a dovetail and then make some ramps for it. But honestly, I would just rather put that effort into a trailer that I was going to use for myself and keep, because, you know, I have a lot to do, and I really can't spend a lot of time on things that just aren't going to realize any value. So that's it for this one. Let me know in the comments, what do you think we can get for this trailer? It's 30 foot long. GVW is 16,000 pounds. It's a 2014, and you know what it needs. Leave it in the comments. What do you think the value is of this trailer? It's not really easy to find a 30-footer flat Deckover with that GVW. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Leave your comments down below to let me know what you think. And give us that thumbs up. Seems to be helping out an awful lot. And I enjoy seeing everybody in the comments. So we'll catch you on the next one.